Good evening and welcome back into Fox 23 News at 9. I'm Zach Seminar. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles ended their regular season on an uptick after an up-and-down season that ended in 8 wins. Quadre Griggs threw 3 touchdown passes for USM, but a failed 2-point try for Marshall with 1:15 left to go played right into the lap of Southern Miss in a game that seemed destined for overtime. Corey Robertson caught 7 balls for 118 yards as he went over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, along with his 11th TD of the year. Ito Smith had 150 yards and ran for a touchdown as well to close out the season with a nice road win over a bowl-eligible Thundering Herd squad. Taking a peek at where Southern Miss could end up playing this postseason, still a lot of unknowns, but the consensus at this moment points to the Independence Bowl in Shreveport. Not a bad place to go this time of year. Hopefully we'll find out a little bit more in the next week or so. Southern Miss Golden Eagles women's basketball team closed out the weekend with a stout defensive performance against Alabama State, zapping the Hornets 72-35. The win was the Golden Eagles' second straight as they improved to 5-1 on the year, with their lone loss coming against 7th-ranked Mississippi State. The Eagles will look to keep things rolling. They hit the road to Louisiana tomorrow. They play Northwestern State. It was only a matter of time. With the success Dan Mullen has added Starkville that one of the most underrated head coaches in all of major college football would jump ship. And that time has come now for the former Bulldog lead man. Mullen arrived in Gainesville today as the new head coach of the Gators after spending the last 9 years at Mississippi State. Mullen compiled a 69-46 record while he was in Starkville. It was the second highest winning percentage in program history. Mullen returns to UF, where he served as the Gators offensive coordinator from 2005 to 2008 under Urban Meyer, where the Gators won 2 national championships. Mullen led the Bulldogs to their 8th straight bowl game in 2017, the longest streak in program history. That dated back to the 45-year-old's second season at MSU. His contract is 6 years, $6 million per season. On Sunday, Mississippi State Director of Athletics John Cohen confirmed that news, releasing this statement, saying, "Earlier today, Dan Mullen informed me that he accepted the job as the next head football coach at the University of Florida. With success comes the opportunity to be pursued by others. We were proactive in doing everything we could to try to keep him as our coach. On behalf of the entire Mississippi State family, we wish Dan and Megan all the best." Now, the question that everyone has now is who might be the next man to roam the sidelines in Starkville. Well, I did a little digging. There's a lot of options out there, but I came up with this list. The 2 at the top making the most sense. Jeff Collins from Temple just finished his first season with the Owls, and prior to taking the job at Temple, Collins worked as Florida's D coordinator. He also worked under Mullen as the defensive coordinator for the Dogs from 2011 to 2014. Manny Diaz, also a name that would make some sense. Diaz spent time in Starkville during the 2010 and 2015 seasons, serving as the D coordinator. He's molded Miami's offense, or defense, I should say, into the most feared in the country. So where do you think they turn to? Any ideas?
Shout out to Blake Anderson. You want an offensive guru.
And he was a guy that was
reporter.
He was a guy that was on a list of about 12 or 15 names that popped up. I just couldn't put them all up there. And
great recruiter, Blake Anderson.
Yeah, obviously Mike Norville in Memphis is another name that's come up. Mike Leach at Washington State, their AD has left, so there's some growing optimism there.
There you go.
Yeah,
be great to see Mike Leach in the SEC.
Yeah,
thank you, sir.